Hello and greetings, everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. This episode is the final episode of the mini-series we've been running for the past 6 weeks called Nomads. So Nomads was a original concept by Ben, in which we talked back and forth till we came up with the final thing, which is what I'm presenting now. So he chose three. He actually gave me a bunch of people to do for this series, and I chose 3 of his and added 3 of my own. And the one I added today was actually the final one today. I had put this list together of who I wanted to do. I finalized it, and then just before the last episode, I decided to take who I had out and put this person in, mostly because I think this person exemplifies what Nomad's about. So today's person we're doing is Ginger Baker of Cream fame, primarily. I think that's where he's famous from. But Ginger Baker, of course, is somebody I actually detest it. I don't really like his personality. To me, he's just a crotchety old bastard. Well, now he's actually passed away. But you can't take away from his drum ability or the influence for which that has had on so many drummers who have come after him and some of his contemporaries as well. So he's a great drummer, but not much of a personality. But we're not here to discuss either of those things today. We're here to talk about his proliferancy of playing with other people and doing lots of different stuff. So some of the bands that he has done, of course, he had a fairly lengthy amount of solo albums. I think there was more than a dozen, could be as many as 16 in there, where he just played for himself on his own solo albums. He also played with Blind Faith for an album. And of course Cream, we all know Cream. He played on 4 albums there, plus a bunch of live stuff that they've done as well. The Storyville Jazzmen, played with them. He played with the Alexis Cornier Blues Incorporated, played with Graham Bond's organization as well. And then of course he did the Ginger Baker Air Force, as well as other things involved in that area. Also played with a band that I love quite a bit, Hawkwind, and Public Image Limited, that of the Johnny Rotten era, and then BBM, which is Baker, and I'm just drawing the blank there. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank for that. I don't know why. I seen the guy, I was looking at some videos with him and everything, and now I'm just drawing a blank. The other guy, of course, was Gary Moore, Ginger Baker, and Jack Bruce. That's who I was trying to remember who it was. It just went right out of my brain. Anyways, and he's played with others as well, but these are the main ones that he's played with. So he's been around, played with a lot of people. One of the first drummers to do the double bass. In fact, he might have even been the first drummer to do the double bass thing, and that of course has been copied by a number of people since that time period. Actually, in some ways he kind of reminds me of Keith Moon. He's got that unorthodox style that's somewhere between lead and rhythm, but I think he's a much more proficient with his hands than maybe Keith Moon was, and maybe a little bit more with his feet as well. But both of them somewhat kind of known more for their personalities than they are for their drumming, although both absolutely killer drummers. So today we were talking about Ginger Baker of Cream fame. I'm going to say that again because I think that's pretty much the roof of where he went. And he had a lot of influence and a lot of interest in African music as well. So you can't take any of his talent parts away, and you can't say anything really anymore. Once person's gone, not good to speak ill of the dead, so I'll just leave it at that. But other than that, yeah, lots of different stuff to listen to. And I have to say this, every band that he played in, he made the band better than they would have been with somebody else there. Absolutely, I'm sure of that. And like I said, many drummers, metal drummers specifically, but just about anybody you can think of, from Neil Peart to John Bonham, all influenced by him. And either directly or indirectly, you can get away with it. One of the first real power drummers too, I think, and also a guy that could do a lot of jazzy stuff as well. In fact, I think he was preferred to be known as a jazz drummer over a rock drummer. So there you have it, the final episode of Nomad, episode 6, featuring legendary drummer Ginger Baker here, and all of the different stuff that he's done over the length of his career. Passed away when he was 80, and forever immortalized as one of the drum greats. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Nomads. That's it for the series now. It was fun to put together, fun to find, and you actually learned quite a bit about some of the people that I had chosen here, and some of the people that Ben had chosen. We actually had 3 drummers on here, I think. Ginger Baker, Barrymore Barlow, and Jeff Porcaro. Yeah, so at least 3. And then we had at least 1 bass player, and John Wetton, and a couple of other people too. But those were the people that we did in the series. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can go back and watch any of the episodes if you want. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. That's much appreciated. And the notification bell above my head. Any comments about Ginger Baker, or about the music of Ginger Baker, or about the series in general, or anything you want to comment about, you can put that in the comment section below. We will be back maybe in 2 weeks. No, I don't think we'll be back next Tuesday. I think I'm going to have a dark day. And we'll be back with something to fill the slot on Tuesday night. Maybe another mini-series. I'm not sure. I have to discuss this with Ben. And we will see you then. So take care and have yourself a good night, and goodbye.